All right, folks, how to use ChatGPT, temperature settings, and some other settings. I'm going to just save these in my files from now on. And anytime I need something similar, I'm just going to pull these prompts out of the file and put it at the end of my prompt. So here are 4 interesting settings to mess around with on ChatGPT. Number 1, the temperature setting. It goes from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. And it's how random it's going to be. A higher value like zero point 0.8 makes responses more random. Lower values makes it more reliable and steady. Okay, so there's temperature, 0 to 1. Max tokens. This is kind of like the number of words. So like for a normal tweet, you're going to be looking at like 280 tokens. So sometimes it may not understand word count, but it can understand tokens. So kind of think about how many words you're going to want, how many sentences, how many paragraphs, and try messing around with that max tokens setting. Presence penalty. This goes between -2 and 2, and this discourages it from introducing new topics. So higher values make the conversation more focused, but less interesting. So like if I want the model to stick to the topic, like a specific project, I'm going to go maybe at 0.6. Who knows? Mess around with it. You got a range of -2 to 2. Then frequency penalty. This is talking about how often does it use common words and phrases. You got between -2 and 2. Higher values, up near this 2, make the output more creative, but it might not make as much sense. So sometimes we may use ChatGPT to write our Facebook posts. So if I'm going to please write a Facebook post to advertise our recent podcast episode, I might play around with some of those settings. And I might even tell it, you just pick the max tokens for an ideal Facebook post, whatever they say it should be. If I want a short story from my 9th grade students, very unique and creative, I might go for some of those settings. Again, I think it's going to be very interesting to take the same task, change the settings, and see what that does. Finally, if I'm doing something that is like a science news article on viruses, you can see my temperature up here was like 0.8. Here it's 0.2. Now, something that I'm going to be careful about is using dashes like these because I'm afraid they might take it like a negative sign. So you can see in this middle prompt, I took out those minus signs or those dashes because I didn't want it to be interpreted as a negative sign, and I got to go back here and take those out. So try around with these settings. Let me know how it works for you. It's just another way to customize these tools for the specific task that you want.